I want to talk about what to do if you're behind on time on the GMAT, because a lot of people think the solution is to work faster, but I want to show you why that doesn't work so well. Let's say that I see this question on the GMAT, and I know exactly how to do this question because I've answered questions like it a lot of times before, but even though I know how to do it, it's going to take me some time. Let's start the clock. I have to make my prime tree 3, 15, and 100, and then I have to break the 100 down, and I know that's going to be 5s and 2s, 5s and 2s. 315, I got to think, well, that's 15 times 20 would be 300, so times 21 would be 315. And then I get my 7 and my 3, and I get my 5 and my 3. And so when I write these in order, it looks like it's 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 7. So there are 2 of these, 2 of these, 3 of these, and 1 of these. But I have to add 1 to it to account for the fact that I might have no 2s at all or no 3s at all. So I get 3 times 3 times 4 times 2. And that's going to be my answer. And when I multiply that out, that gets me 9 times 8. That gets me 72. So the correct answer choice is going to be D. So that whole process took me 54 seconds, but here's the thing, there's no possible way I could speed that up. I mean, what if I'm behind on time on the GMAT and I just don't have 54 seconds to spend on the problem? Am I going to try and work faster? No, because I'm just going to keep getting questions wrong over and over. That's a recipe for disaster. What else could I do? So another solution is to just know when to guess on a problem, and I want to show you an example of that. Let's say you see this problem and you got 30 seconds left on the GMAT, and you know that in order to do it right and to really get the right answer, it's going to take you way more time than that. Well, you can still look at this and go, 31,500 is a really big number, so it's probably going to have a lot of factors. I want to get rid of A and B. And it doesn't look like a perfect square, so I'm going to get rid of E. And I'm just going to guess answer choice C or D. Even if you guess C and you get it wrong, 1 out of 2 of these you're going to get right. And so with a little bit of guesswork, you can often do really well on the problems that you don't have a lot of time for. So here's the big takeaway. You need to develop a threshold on the GMAT beyond which you decide to guess on a problem. And in creating that threshold, you should have 2 considerations. How difficult is this question, and how am I doing on time right now at this point in the test? If you're behind on time, then even if you see an easy question, you should consider guessing, because the time it takes to solve a GMAT problem is the time it takes. You can't work faster. You need to pick questions to skip.